Love
The
Hip-Hop.
Weeknd dropped an album. You guys might be a little bit more in tune to what The Weeknd. Can y'all give me some information, name of the album, all that? Y'all heard anything?
Wasn't it called Day After Tomorrow, Day Before Tomorrow, or something like that?
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
But I gave it a one like skim through. I didn't have enough time to fully go through it, but there were some bangers on it still. Like there were some songs that I was listening to it, and I was like, okay, this is The Weeknd I like. Because I don't like when The Weeknd is too poppy, too commercial. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Like, what? I understand you needed to do that to get to that next level. But when I was a fan of The Weeknd, it was the House of Balloons, Thursday,
like
Echoes
darker,
of yeah. So, and I also liked After Hours because he kind of got back into that dark element. So I feel like this one, he was tapping back into that sound while also having like the pop elements to it. So I feel like the first half of the album is pretty good. You know, like he tries to balance the pop and the darkness, but after track, like I'd say the second half of the album is where he really gets in his bag, and that's what I've been like revisiting for
the classic Weeknd type shit.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big Weeknd guy, but I do respect how big he is in the game, right? Hurry Up Tomorrow is the name of the album.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I was watching something the other day, and I'll find the piece later, but they were discussing whether The Weeknd is the biggest artist out of Toronto or Drake. And I had this discussion with you behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
Low-key, The Weeknd is the bigger artist than Drake.
That's what I was even telling Hoodlum, but Hoodlum was not hearing it.
You said a while back, so.
You guys had a debate about that.
Yeah, I watched the episode on Borough Sound.
Yeah. So there we go. Like, but can we get into that? Like, why? Because the statistics kind of show that he is.
Wow. So now it's not, because what I would have said before is that public perception wise, maybe The Weeknd is more liked than Drake. And maybe it's not even just because of the music. Maybe it's because of how they present themselves or the way they communicate with the audience.
Yeah.
But now if it's numbers and you have public perception, then it's kind of hard to deny that The Weeknd holds that number one spot in Toronto. And I do think like even globally, you'll hear more Weeknd on the radio in like Japan or like Turkey or like Russia, than you will hear Drake. He just makes more universal music.
And I feel like The Weeknd, or at least his PR team, has been letting us know for a little bit that he is the bigger artist. Because when, like every so often Drake's team will drop Drake is the number one rapper right now, blah, 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 da, da, da.
At 38 years old, got this billion streams on Spotify.
And then randomly the next day, all of a sudden you see all the blogs posting, The Weeknd is the number one black artist. Not just rapper, not just blah, blah, artist. So it's like they're having PR wars right now.
Stats wars. Yeah. I'm going through his catalog here, right?
Crazy catalog.
And the numbers, sales, 7 million. This is just in America, right? 7 million, 6 million, or I don't know if this is America or worldwide. Let me take that back. Right? Starboy has 6 million sales. Beauty Behind the Madness has 7 million. After Hours has 4 million. The Highlight, which is in 2021, has 2 million. Like, he sells a lot of records. Like the least he sold was like the old school shit.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that he's maintained this sort of like mystery or privacy in terms of like his aura and how he communicates with the audience. And I think that's what helps him. I think sometimes the problem with certain artists is that maybe they say too much and that could get you in trouble, or so it's not what he says, it's what he doesn't say.
What he doesn't say. Yeah. I would say the only mishap, and this is not a diss Drake session. Like, I think Drake is still one of the biggest artists in the world. But like the perception that he's the biggest out of Toronto or out of Canada, period, it's kind of arguable because of The Weeknd.
Okay, but
it's not even arguable because The Weeknd statistically has bigger numbers and does bigger stadiums.
And let's not forget who introduced The Weeknd.
And that's the thing, because people are always gonna credit Drake with bringing The Weeknd on, right?
That doesn't really matter though. Just because I introduce you to the world. Okay, let's say if only 1 million people knew me, then I introduced you to those 1 million people, and then you ended up amassing another 100 million people.
Yes.
Does that mean I'm bigger than you because I introduced you to your initial million?
In that case, then that would mean that Kanye West is not bigger than Jay-Z.
Exactly.
Because Jay-Z introduced him or something. Like, no. Kanye's bigger than Jay-Z.
I was trying to think of other examples like 50 Cent, Eminem, or like I'm trying to think of artists where, you know, they had someone
Drake
else
and
put
Wayne.
them on. Drake and Wayne. Drake is bigger, yeah.
Yeah, way bigger than Wayne. Like
Wayne and Birdman.
Yeah.
like,
Okay, we got examples.
you put on a guy and he surpasses you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He might not be on your label, which I think that's what they wanted originally.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But you know, he went on his own and he surpassed you. Yeah, I heard him on the Crew song, but after that, like this guy just went that away, bro.
But yo, in terms of promoting the city and giving visibility to certain cultural elements of the city, wouldn't you say Drake does more of that than The Weeknd?
I say so, yes. I would say yes.
Like Drake
Yeah,
is
I
out
would
here
agree.
co-signing, then you gotta ask who he's
But,
co-signing.
yeah, I was about to
Linus
say,
Core.
Linus Curse, Snow Day, all these idiot things, bro. Fam. Okay, this is a separate conversation, but like we have to discuss Snow Day fell off. That's a separate conversation, so.
We need to put that put that on the Pinterest board and come back to that another day because that's a full conversation.
Good luck.
Sure.
I'm making a video essay about it as we speak.
Keep cooking, brother. But yeah, Drake is here though. Even though, like, yes, not everybody's happy with the people he's put on. Like, you can see Drake here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he does interact with a lot of the Toronto content.
Yeah, he seems like he puts on way more. Like you can reach out and people are playing basketball with him and shit like that. The Weeknd doesn't seem like he has that kind of close connection with the people like that.
So it's safe to say The Weeknd isn't outside in the same way Drake is, at
No.
least within the city. But who are some Toronto acts that The Weeknd has co-signed? Because I know he brought Casper on tour, right?
88 Glam, Nav.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And 88 Glam, they broke up or whatever, but at the time when they were doing their thing, like they were pretty hot.
And isn't there like a program out here for artists, kind of like the Remix Project? Is like house.
Yes, they opened their own shit too.
Yeah.
And you know, he put money into the Toronto Library.
He donates.
Yeah.
So
And he said he was gonna, invest in DJ Natural as well.
I heard about that one too. Yeah.
we're waiting on that one.
We're waiting on that one.
Check is just being cleared right now.
There's an argument. Actually, again, I don't know if it's much of an argument. You guys are not like, what are you saying?
I think Drake, pardon me, I think The Weeknd is more respected in America. I think at this point, maybe he's more respected in Toronto as well.
I think worldwide as well, even just because of the kind of music that The Weeknd makes. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that would bump his singing songs or like his pop songs. But like Drake makes so much rap that it's only for a certain kind of demographic, you know?
And the label of, even though Drake is a pop star, when you also have the label of rapper, that limits your algorithm or like your full potential.
Exactly.
Because you're rapper, best rapper. And you know what I'm saying? Where when you're just a singer, pop star, and like the possibilities are infinite.
Because when you sing, like some people, they might not speak the language, but just like the harmonies and stuff.
Like their melodies.
They could feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to listen to a rap song when you don't speak the language. You know?
Yeah.
So is The Weeknd the biggest artist in the world?
Nah, like Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Biggest black artist
male artist.
He's definitely the biggest male artist in the world.
Like
Bruno
Actually, I won't
Mars?
say definitely, but he definitely is a contender for that.
Who else would it be? Bruno Mars?
Bruno's is-
Justin Bieber? Not Post Malone.
Bruno Mars is too broke.
He just had a song with Sexy Red come out.
That's some debt clearance thing.
No, but Bruno Mars was the guy for a while, but remember, he's kind of fallen back a little bit.
Yeah.
Now he's coming back with the Lady Gaga song and the Sexy Red, but like The Weeknd has consistently been the guy for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And he moves in silence, so that adds to the appeal, I
the
think.
allure.
Who is this guy? And like, he might have the throne of the city still, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, I Common Gang strong. If there's any people out there who are like, no, bro, this is why Drake is way bigger than The Weeknd, I would love to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying?
And don't have OVO in your name either.
No. No owls in your bio or anything like that. And give us statistics. Don't just say, oh, it's because I like his music better. Like, no. This album sold more than this. He does more stadiums than him. Like, the man does stadiums.
Yeah.
I know
exactly.
Drake can do stadiums, but he's not doing stadiums.
Yeah.
I think the
You know what I'm saying?
only sort of argument that Drake fans could make in this situation, not just Drake fans, because people are fans of both, but people who argue that Drake is more impactful, is that he put on The Weeknd. That is like that. You're probably going to hear that a lot. Like if it wasn't for Drake, we wouldn't even know who The Weeknd is.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Take Care, whatever. So I think that's going to be a point of contention. But besides that, if you just look at them like isolated as two artists, I think it's The Weeknd.
Yeah. Well, salute to everybody out there. Salute to the XO camp over there. I know it's kind of weird because like I've really never really had like a pro XO take. I'm usually like, I don't really care. I'm not R&B guy. You know what I'm saying? But I had to really examine it now when like people are talking about who's the biggest to come out of Toronto.
I've only had a few interactions with XO affiliates. Do you know who Hawk is?
No, I know none of those.
He's
guys,
one of
bro.
like the right-hand mans or whatever. He always used to pull up to Queen Street Warehouse when I used to work there. And they would have like almost like I wouldn't say reserve section, but it was like, okay, he's here, you know? Like Hawk is here with his boys. Those are OVO. Plus like one of my homies used to like chill with them and stuff. And they're all like really cool dudes. Like they were never disrespectful. Like even with the song requests and stuff, they would like offer me shots.
Nice.
So general positive interactions with them.
Yeah. No. Salute to the XO camp, man. You know what I mean? The rare love from myself, Friday Ricky Dread, and the We Love Hip Hop podcast, man. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.